No
All
Taysom
right.
Hill steal a touchdown this week.
Let's move on to Cleveland at Washington. Second best matchup for Deshaun Watson. 26th best matchup for Jaden Daniels. Having said that, I bet you Jaden Daniels is very high for me. He is 4, and Deshaun Watson is 14. Higher for Watson than I thought. This Commanders matchup's not turning out to be as good as we had anticipated.
Yeah,
Turns out the Commanders' offense is good and their defense isn't terrible. So, obviously, Daniels. Any thoughts here on these two, though?
Yeah, Dan Quinn did what we kind of expected him to do after a rough couple of first couple of weeks there. The last couple of weeks have been really nice for that Commanders defense, especially the secondary. They're getting it together. Deshaun Watson sucks, but he's still my QB 15. If that Amari Cooper bomb did not get called back last week, he would have finished right there anyway. So, I just expect him, even with a terrible offensive line, to do something against a still mediocre Washington defense. And then Jaden Daniels, of course, how can you rank this guy outside of the top five?
Yes.
He's my quarterback 5 this week.
Yeah, they've done a really good job of masquerading the offensive line. Like, I'll give a shout out to Cliff Kingsbury because we thought that was going to be like sink this entire offense. It's held up, and Jaden Daniels has been out of this world. Like, he's basically right alongside Josh Allen's best quarterback in the NFL right now. Like, that's how well he's playing. So I can't really rank him outside my top 5. He's quarterback 4, and I'm just going to not touch it and not mess with it. Deshaun Watson, the fancy points, they're there. They're ugly. He makes a lot of mistakes, but QB4 15, let's ride. I think I have one spot above Mahomes, which tells you all you need to know about fantasy football, that Deshaun Watson is ranked above Patrick Mahomes.
Give me Jerry Jeudy here.
Most likely. I have a lot of
I
Jeudy
have
in the
Mooney
flex.
the highest.
Mooney 31, Jeudy 38.
You could also do Lockett too if you really want to. Dubs is the one I'm not playing.
So when it's really close like this, and I've said this before, Mooney plays on Thursday, just fire him up if you're not really sure between him and Jeudy. I think that's fire up Mooney. You see what happens on Thursday night, and then you get to play chess on Sunday morning and figure out boom bust guys and who goes where.
Running backs here, good matchup for the Browns, bad matchup for the Commanders. I have Ford on here with Foreman. I don't expect Chubb to be back. I know they activated his practice window. There's still 3 weeks left.
Yeah.
Brian Robinson on the other side. I put Austin Eckler. I don't know if he plays or not. I'm sure my highest here is Brian Robinson. I have him at 13, and I feel like he needs to be higher. I'm sure I have Ford as an RB2. I do. I have him at 12. And then I think Eckler's way down for me. 42. So what do you guys have?
Robinson at 12, Ford at 19 below DeAndre Swift. What a world. But this is kind of where we are. We have 2 decent-ish kind of defenses here, given the skill level. Brian Robinson, excellent running back, facing a tougher than usual task. Jerome Ford, subpar running back, facing a not so difficult task. So these guys are roughly the same. And then, if let's assume Eckler is out, if McNichols is in, they've been using 2 running backs to perfection. I don't hate flexing McNichols in a pinch this week with 4 teams on bye.
Yeah, you saw he was super efficient last week. Stole a touchdown. Was really good on the ground. He didn't get a lot of receiving work, which is a little bit surprising. He only had 1 reception. And I would expecting Brian Robinson to be more involved. He's only seen the highest amount of targets he's seen in the game is 4. So they're not hyper targeting him. But yeah, his role is one of the better ones in the NFL. It's hard to rank him outside the top 15, even in a bad matchup. So you just roll with Brian Robinson. You trust it. Jerome Ford, I just pushed above Najee. He's my running back 18 because I really like this matchup for the role he's going to play. The Commanders defense is just # not good at football. So you want to fire up running backs against them. They produce fantasy points. And I would much rather play Eckler if he's going to play because he gives you more of the targets and that stuff. But yeah, to your point, you can go McNichols if you want to.
No, they do not win this game.
I
don't see how they do.
Wide receivers, best matchup for the Browns wide receivers, Amari Cooper, Jerry Jeudy. 12th best matchup for Terry McLaurin. I think I have this one, Cooper, McLaurin, Jeudy, although I'm going to double check because McLaurin might have passed Cooper. Nope, I have Cooper at 12, McLaurin at 19, Jeudy down a ways Jeudy down at 36.
Yeah, Cooper at 10, Terry at 22, and Judy in the 30s, 38. So, yeah, he's a flex, and you're starting these two wide receivers, and you're just hoping they put up the production you know they're capable of. Unfortunately, they're a little more boom bust, but they have safer floors than your standard boom bust guys.
Brees Hall and Jaden Reed here. That's who I want.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's fine. I get that.
Thoughts on the receivers, though, in this game, Jesse?
Actually, I'm probably not going to do that deal, but that's okay. I think it's close enough. Like, it's just really, you're 4-0. Like, you don't need to make that deal. Like, you can just chill. So, with your team, I would just make a deal you're confident. If you're not confident, don't do it. Yeah, the wide receivers, like Amari Cooper's got the best matchup potential. Like, there's just their defense and secondary. They've already had injury suffer to it. So he's basically wide receiver 10 for me in rankings. Yeah. It's got to connect. I know he hit 2 weeks ago. We're kind of hoping it hits again. McLaurin, like that offense is humming so well. It's hard to push McLaurin outside the top 24. I have him at wide receiver 20. Like, just the way that offense is clicking, I don't care the defense they're going against. I get it. Like, the Browns defense kind of struggled a little bit. So that's why they're top 12 and not as bad as we thought. So, yeah. And then you could also take a shot on Luke McCaffrey if you really want to in this matchup, but Jerry Jeudy is the next highest ranked guy. He's my wide receiver 45 this week.
Tight ends, bad matchup for Njoku if he plays, bad matchup for Ertz. Who cares if he plays? I don't think I have either of these as a tight end one. I'm going to scroll here. My highest is Ertz at 16, Njoku down at 22. You interested in starting either of these guys?
Yeah, I'll start both of them. I'll start Njoku. He's my tight end 11. Even if Taysom Hill plays, he's above Kyle Pitts for sure. But yeah, it's really hard to know what his usage will be like. They need him, that's for damn sure. So I hope he comes out and is the David Njoku we expect. But we'll see. Deshaun Watson has struggled in the past. This is not Joe Flacco's offense. So it's hard still to know what to expect out of David Njoku weekly.
We do have important breaking news on this game that threatens the upside of Jaden Daniels. The Commanders have opened the practice window on Marcus Mariota. So just be aware. Be aware Mariota is looming.
Quack attack, baby.
Zach Ertz, you can flex if you have to. 15.
Yeah, I think Ertz is fine, like streamer. Njoku's role, and this is why I'm lower on Judy this week, is because Njoku is just better. Like, he does better than what they want Judy to do, really. Like, and it's just Njoku gives him more yak. He does a lot of things. He's just a better overall player. So I know they paid Judy, but like they like Njoku a lot, and they've been talking about him all off season. So if a healthy Njoku, I don't care. Like, I'm not pushing him outside my top 12 tight ends each week because the role is so freaking good for him. So I have him at tight end 11, I think, and Ertz is tight end at like 16. Like, he's running routes, he's getting targets. It's really hard to fade Zach Ertz because like there's just nothing at tight end.